Hello, I'm Ninja Zombie Zero, and welcome back to Liberal Crime Squad. This is session 4, being recorded August 26, 2019. As a reminder, Liberal Crime Squad is political satire. Do not take this seriously. And there's also no music because this is an ASCII game, so take it as it will. Our quote of the day is from Jen Ray. If ignorant of the almighty time cue creation touch, you deserve to be executed. Killing you is not immortal, but justified to save life on Earth for future generations. I have no idea where that code is from, but we'll roll with it. So it's been a couple of weeks, so I'm gonna remind myself what has happened. So I remember last time I had Agent 47 and then teach the next squad, well, our mutant friends how to do stuff. Just for myself skill-wise. 47 is a former agent with high wisdom, so I'm gonna be careful where I send him, because he can turn very easily until we can resolve that with enough juice. As in, if he meets like an arch conservative, like a hanging judge or CEO, he could very easily turn back into a conservative, and he'll leave us forever. We have our mutants slash senior citizens. We have Amrika, super high heart, intelligence, and strength. We have Sheldon, who has pretty good charisma and heart, and pretty healthy as well for a 40-something-year-old. We have Alexander, nice charisma and heart, decent agility and intelligence, pretty well-rounded and probably better than the founder in every way. We have Sydney, decent intelligence and heart, health and charisma. Not that much strength, but that doesn't really matter. Then we have Emily, who has really high heart, intelligence, and strength. And we have Computer Dude, who's just here for the ride, who's going to be soliciting donations slash looking at the polls, keeping us up to date on the polls for the eventual um stuff we're gonna have to do in the future, because it is 2010 later this year at the end of October is when the big election happens, and everyone in the House and the Senate is up for election. So we need to start influencing the issues now so that we can slowly chip away at this arch-conservative dystopian wasteland. I'm going to show this off, but I'm not going to do anything. It's that we can augment liberals. There's only a limited amount of stuff you can do because there's supposed to be 2 augmentations for the legs and the arms, but they're missing. Like for the legs, you're supposed to get more agility. It's sort of bugged. It's supposed to be based on your first aid skill, but I think the proper numbers aren't showing because you're not supposed to be 120% successful for stuff like this. And I was feeling around if any you can mess up whoever you're trying to augment with if they don't have the proper first aid skill to compensate. So you could do stuff like give them better stats, uh, give them more heart, give them get rid of some of their excess wisdom, but I'm not gonna fiddle around with that right now. For now, I'm gonna just get started on getting some disguises because we can't buy black robes, unfortunately, as much as I want to. Or do I have them? I have a spare black robe, couple desk squad uniforms, lab coats, expensive suit. Gonna put that on the computer dude because he's gonna be still soliciting donations to the masses. I am going to make black robes for the other four. And against my better judgment, I'm gonna call him back. Shoot, not what I meant. View, assemble new squad. Gonna send 8. We're gonna send 47 off. Gonna equip him with the black robe we have. He's gonna try his luck at the Halls of Ultimate Judgment. He should be fine. Security almost 4. His disguise isn't going to be that high, but his stealth is good enough to compensate for that. You get some juice pickpocketing and hopefully get better charisma in the process once his juice is at 40. And for now, these guys are just going to solicit donations so I get them some suits. So that'll be a couple days. Because if we're going to make a difference, we're going to need some juice. As much as I want to teach these guys some more, we don't have the luxury of time at this point. America, you're also going to be soliciting donations. Actually, can I do this? Yeah. Start planning for the future, but we need money first before we actually start doing more illicit stuff because of what I said last session about heat. That's something we have to worry about yet. Just making sure we're doing everything. Agent 47, go to the Halls of Ultimate Judgment. And it's basically because of heat. We don't want heat on us if we get. I'm actually fashion ID. Oh, I know what I could have done. It doesn't matter for now. Okay, apparently I need to send them off to work on his security. Sure. I hope I didn't get a crime for doing that. Okay, I didn't mean to cause trouble. And that was a waste of a day. Make clothing. Make a black robe. Because I don't think anyone else knows how to tailor. She knows a little bit. Is anyone that has some natural skill in it? Sydney does. Everyone else should be around 3. Even computer dude now. How good are you at making a robe? Average, but it's better than nothing. Just to save us some time. Fortunately, I was wrong about that. Hopefully, you could pickpocket at the apartments. Because I didn't realize you needed more than 3 pick security to unlock those. Like I said, I'm not worried about him learning persuasion because by charisma, it's not gonna really help. His stealth went up. I can see once Once he fails the stealth check, that's when things are gonna go down the toilet because he has like no. He has a charisma of 5, so his disguise is capped at 5, which is pretty mediocre, but it's gonna have to do. We have one extra room. Gonna go back to that apartment again to raise the security one more time, slash get some disguise and stealth. Should be good enough, yeah. Oh, yeah, actually passed one. But you need at least 100 juice before you can actually start recruiting with regular members. The founder's the only exception. Okay, we got our stealth still up. We probably have some persuasion. It must have been from the founder teaching it. Just need to work on our disguise. But you can see those yellow things are because we are mediocre at being disguised. Being disguised. I have to be careful because I want to get that last skill up, but I don't think it's going to be happening. Yeah, that failed. We got 3. We need 2 more. 3, 4, 5. Well, yeah, 3 more. Hopefully that's good enough. We can actually start pickpocketing stuff. So because we have a couple sleepers, we can just flash an ID and we'll be fine. Otherwise, you need to have your weapons unequipped. Otherwise, they'll get triggered by the words, the metal alarm, and then you'll trigger the alarm. Nope, not getting that one. Security's going up, so it doesn't really matter if we fail that, but I do want to get some training in. But I'm not worried about getting caught because we have 7 stealth. It'll likely go up to 8 at the end of this day. We need the money, which is important. That's pretty much why I'm back at the Halls of the Ultimate Judgment. Because we don't have enough loot to invest in this abandoned meat plant. Need 2,000 fortified for siege, 2,000 more for security cameras. We pretty much want nearly everything except this newspaper and this completely legal anti-aircraft gun. So we need money first for that, and stealing's the safest way without inducing heat from doing more extreme stuff like murder, death, kill, aka murder, pushing the red button at the nuclear plant, doing a bunch of like really high profile crime. How many rows do we have now? Okay, this one more day's worth. Uh, Review. Gonna take computer guy off the list. You are also going to go to the Halls of Ultimate Judgment, but it's going to be to get one person that we forgot to grab. And I guess we'll do a seduction wise slash recruitment. We need a lawyer. Yeah, the irony is I forgot to do that last session when we were setting up our list of people. But we want him as a sleeper. It'll be important whenever the law enforcement slash death penalty isn't at arch conservative status. And then we'll judge. Okay, we got our 6. I'm sure I didn't send, dang it. I didn't send him off to the Agent 47 to the Halls of Ultimate Judgment. Looking for someone with decent law. So we have to beat a 6, 7. There's an 8, 4, 7. So I'm gonna keep doing this, and I'm gonna keep sending for 47 as well to get some cash. I went to the Halls of Ultimate Judgment and I preferably want to do this before I accidentally go into high security. There's a liberal in that squad. Judge corrupt evidence. Tempted to not. Tempted to sound. Oh, don't want to trigger that one. Yeah, it's 21 juice. He needs to steal 30 more things before he can be better. So we have to beat 8 law. I want a highly skilled lawyer for obvious reasons. Okay, Indiana right first. Doesn't matter, lawyer will be easy enough to seduce if they're better than an 8. That guy did not want anything to do with me. Need one more. Take the order, dude. Or maybe we could just peace out. Meanwhile, Agent 47 is at the same place. Okay, there's 4 things over there. BGSM is highly skilled and highly competent at fighting. It's just recruitment and being stealthy when stealth isn't really important is not going to work out for him. Well, I mean, it could work out. Just need decent stealth and decent disguise to be competent at infiltrating places. You're a 7, you're 6, 4, 7. Man, the 8 guy is being pretty tough. Alright. Continue doing this. I think we have enough black groups, yeah. Well, you're learning on the job. What I need next is probably not going to happen. Yeah, those cheap suits are going to be beyond your reach. I guess some lab coats, because that'll be a way to get some charisma. I mean, juice. What's there a seduction anyway? Set 12. Okay. It feels weird recruiting conservatives, but eh. A couple more. Man, those two did not want anything to do with me. Like I said, because our persuasion is so high, it's pretty much the only reason why these guys are even agreeing to talk to us. Or should be good enough to at least stop these guys. Well, most of them. There we go. His stealth is maxed out because it's based on agility. There's a lot of stuff in this one. No, do not want to pickpocket in front of the fuzz. There's looks like security's going up as well. Nope, could not open that one. Well, there's the juice I'm not getting today. This the team. Yeah, at the same time, I don't want to trigger the alarm slash cause the high security status to show up, since this is an easy way to get loot and juice at the same time. 8 law dude, 4 law dude, 4 and 7. There's an 8 and a 7. Yeah. I never destroy all the sleepers that we have. What I'm doing for them instead of promoting liberalism, it's sort of like a dice roll. Basically, it can either improve their effectiveness or decrease it. And it also will promote the issues, which will help sway the general population. But because I did that for so long, it sort of made one of these judges more effective than the other. Since these guys are so good anyway, we're gonna have them steal stuff, give us some loot, and I think it helps give them juice. If not that, then embezzling funds or uncovering secrets. Then eventually they'll be able to recruit others into and form a proper sleeper network. So there's that. I have to use everything. We are going to dissolve the Liberal Mutant Squad because we're not using them yet. Continue to talk to lawyers, get a actual lawyer on our side. There's an educator. Damn it, a scientist. I already meditate, yeah. I'll talk to you just for fun. I actually listened. Huh. One more. Well, it's two more. I keep on forgetting. You can have up to 6 people to chat to before you start losing others. There's not really that much pickings in this one. But something's better than nothing. Do not want to steal in front of the police officers. That would be a horrible life decision. Wish I was doing more to influence issues and just steal random office supplies. 5 law dude, 7. I was gonna say that's 9 law, but that's a science dude, and he's not that great. Because you could have a lot more better science than 9, but just leave him be. 8 law dude, 8 law dude. This is one I want to chat to. 5. Yeah, we're not gonna get better than 8, looks like, which is fine with me. to actually have him to actually do stuff. Yeah, heavy survivor conference. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Let's see what I need next. Gonna have our mutant tailor continue to try to make lab suits. I mean lab coats. And I'm gonna have the founder try to make expensive suits. And 47 is gonna continue to steal. So you have 2 lab coats, second rate one, which is less effective at disguising. It's like a penalty, but it counts as the disguise. It's not as effective, so I'm gonna sell that eventually. What else do I have? Proof evidence I can sell. Various things. Okay, we're gonna continue this stealing spree. Hopefully get that rest of that juice I need, which looks possible. If I play this right. No, don't pick the lock if Fedor's watching you. That's tends to end badly. All the loot. Hopefully it'll be the end goal by the time we reach the end of this session or next session. Just getting all that money so we can safely have a hideout of our own. Couple more items. Started playing with fire. One short. I'll play with fire. Hopefully no eminent scientist or someone that's really sharp, but so we got away with it. But we are now a socialist. Agent 47 is not a socialist threat. His stats went up even more. He's still in danger of falling sway into going back to being a conservative because 8 wisdom. His intelligence went up, his agility went up a little bit more. He could be more stealthy, more security, he can teach better. We're gonna speed up the process a little bit. And yeah, unfortunately, because I did that, now it's high security status. Yeah, I should. Well, it was worth it, I guess. Shoot, the problem is the only other place I can. I'm gonna test the water. It's probably a bad life decision, but we're gonna send them back to one more time. Because we should be able to fool police officers pretty easily. Oop, almost stole infinite student. Now if we fail that one. Well, we can get away with it just because they're extra. Are very high stealth skill. But I don't want to close the place down, so let's just leave the situation. Okay, Zalfin, welcome to the squad. You're going to stay as a sleeper agent. Who's unfortunately not going to be that effective, so he's just going to be laying low. The only reason why is because we recruited him properly. We didn't seduce him like the other 5 people, so they pretty much know that he's an active liberal judge instead of like a conservative one. But we do have our sleeper lawyer. Should we get arrested, we have someone we can call on. I want to see its stats now. And very young. He'll be here for quite a while. Who has no? I'm not gonna question it. But that's gonna be the end of part 1 of this session. Next session, we're gonna continue making a difference in the world, hopefully. So I'll see you then.